Yo, what is going on, guys? Happy Friday. It's your boy Mike Lowy, Lowy Trading Academy. Dude, I don't know what else to say other than I'm a fucking goat. All right. I hope you can swear out here. I don't know. But look, check this out. All right. So let's start off per usual, how we do with the watch list. All right. We're gonna go to the watch list real quick. Okay. So, we got a little spy action coming up here. To 662.5, right? Um, and then we got Meta. I haven't even looked at Meta. We didn't even need Meta because we smacked everything else. So Tesla, you come in here. We got above 433 to 439, right? Or 433 reject. So we go to Tesla. Look at this. Do you see this right here? 4-3. All right. Well, 43297. Whatever the. Put it at 433. All right. So what happens? This is exactly what we wait for. So when pre-market gives us this, all right, so we're going down, right? We're gonna break this down together. So we're on a downtrend. We're going down. We're making lower highs. We keep pushing down. Well, now we just made a higher high, right? So it's up to you if you want to wait for the bounce here. However, since we were going and we know, well, I know that price has to come back here before we could go higher. So that this becomes my take profit level. And as long as we reject here, this becomes my entry level. So as you can see, a day before, previous day, we have to fill this. We haven't filled this yet. So that's all this was. You could even, I mean, whatever. I do it on the 1 hour, but on the 5 minute, you get precise with it. And, that would have been like the top of it. But where I had it was there for a reason because I know if we break and hold above it, then we go right. But we didn't. So what happened is on the 2 minute time frame is usually what I use to see reversals, and that's how I catch it. Right. So up here, there's chart patterns. All right. Um, I recommend this book for anybody. For all new beginners, is an amazing book. It gives you every single chart pattern. I know it all by heart now, but it's still nice to look through. You can never learn too much. You can never have enough knowledge when it comes to making money, right? There's always someone, always something to teach you more. So always be open minded. But aside from that, you come up here and we break above this level. So we're still waiting. We don't want to take it yet because this is the first candle close. We're super overbought, right? You have to look at the signs that the chart's telling you, right? This is a story. It's telling us a story, like, oh, we're going up the hill, but then when we got to the top of the hill, the other side was rolling straight down, right? Whatever. So we got to the top of the hill, and then we have a tweezer top. All right, so sellers instantly stepped in here, and that gives us this pattern, which is a tweezer top. And then we break straight down, strong close, bearish candle after the tweezer top. This is reversal. So I'm like, all right, cool. I want entry to the downside, but I want it within this zone. All right, which is perfect because that's where it wicked up to. So this wick was entry, right? And that is where I call it out on the intraday levels. All right, loading Tesla puts, entered here. Holy shit, the cons are crazy. All right, so yeah, so that it ended up going crazy, right? I didn't realize that it made a $6 move in about 5 minutes. So we entered in the trade right here. And as soon as we enter, right, the 2 minute is oh man, that 2 minute will stress you out. Your palms be sweating. You're gonna stare at the chart. You're gonna overanalyze. You're gonna freaking, oh, this is a big green candle. Like, you gotta remember to zoom out. Boom. Take a breather. Look at the big picture. All right. Whew. Nice. So now we got our confirmation. We're going down. This wick right here, next to this 5 minute candle, was our entry. We're good. We're chilling. So now we could use a stop loss of right here, right? We never hit that stop loss, and then boom, we went straight to TP. This was exit. So we exit out of Tesla, and then I actually didn't call out the spy. It happened kind of simultaneously. But I did have this level up here at 66260, and as soon as this candle closed, this pullback was entry, and this was stop loss. So like this was literally like entry right here and stop loss. So if the candle broke and closed above that, I'm out. That's how tight I play this. Like technically, stop loss could be 662.15 if you want to do a 1 to whatever ratio. But like that's too big of an L for me, bro. I'm trying to minimize L's. Like I play to lose, so I always act like okay, if I get 10 counts here and I'll lose 250 at the stop loss if it breaks and closes. I'm willing to do that. All right. So my risk is that, and then my rewards a lot more. But we literally took this entry down to. I didn't hold all the way to this level. I sold along this wick. So within this range is when I took profits. And then I did call it out just in case anybody had it. So gorgeous Tesla. And I said out of spy puts here as well if anyone caught that 6625 reject. And that's I'm done for the day. I said might have to hop in some Tesla calls here. Shit. So what happened was, my brother. Let's pause. My brother smacked UNH too. So not just my plays. You had about three opportunities for my trades, but then my brother's trades also smacked. Man, gorgeous pullback on Tesla too. Wow, I really caught this whole thing. I sold it already, but that was gorgeous. Back to the upside. So he did UNH. Not bad. He got 70% on that. Fully out of UNH. Yeah, we see 338. Yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that was a 70% trade that he hit on that as well. 20%, 40%, and then yeah, he hit 70% trade there. Um, so then I'm chilling and I'm just watching Tesla, right? I'm just like clicking around, seeing if there's any good setups. Bro, when I tell you this is why levels matter, this is my level that I had, right? So this was take profit for puts right here, okay? Because it's touched our level. So did it go a little bit lower? Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. And then we just get this beautiful candle close reclaim above this key level after we just swept that low. So I'm like, oh man, like we might have to get in some Tesla calls real quick, right? Like we're on fire. So I'm like, let's just hop in one Tesla call. Tesla's pretty expensive in the money, but Friday's expiration day, so cons are usually cheaper. You get more of them for cheaper. So whatever. So instantly 15%, and then went up $3. So I was like, dude, I'm out. Like I'm done for the day. We just took too much money from the market. So this was our entry. After we had this confirmation, this pullback was entry. This was stop loss, and I just took it to right here. So that's gorgeous. On the 5 minute, it does look like this filled, and now we can push up to here. I could have held the runner until then, but it's 9:30, bro. I took advantage of 3 stocks today. I don't see a point in staying greedy and trying to catch every penny, personally. So I'm happy with the trades, and that's how you do it. So again, guys, boy Mike Lowy, Lowy Trading Academy. If you guys want access to these plays, you can do it too. I also just want to close off with showing you that Tesla runner went straight to take profit. Another for a $7 trade, 422.5 to 429.25. This shit is fun, man. This is so fun. Go in the Discord, look at some testimonials, look at, just back test. Go to our morning night watch list and pull up that day on the charts and do your own due diligence. and get started.